Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I know it has been quite some time, and for that reason, I apologize. But today we are going to be playing Battleheart Legacy upon my return. And with that, my friends, I will decide to make a new character for our journey here. It really doesn't matter for the male and female part because it's an RPG, but I am going to choose a female character for this one. And I'm going to choose the name Chachi, obviously, based on the channel. Now, this game has been a game that I played on my phone a lot. I played the first Battleheart game, I played the second one. When Legacy came out, I played it. And when I saw it was going to be moved to PC, I decided to, well, throw some money at it and get it for myself. And with that um, whole business, this game has been a really good time waster for me, I guess you could say. And now that it's on PC, I feel like it's going to be an even better game, I guess. But I will explain the game as I play. So, we'll start here. Morning, Chachi, and welcome to Dunshire Militia. Your training starts. Let's start your training, shall we? Let's begin with dialogue. Sometimes you can choose how to chat with the characters, like me. Try it out. Choose one of the response icons below to view it. Select a second time to confirm your choice. So I can either go, seems easy enough, what's next? Is this going to take very long? I'd rather be killing monsters. Or I already know this stuff, let's just skip to the end. Sorry about that, folks. I had to turn it down for you guys because I started to notice that was getting a little too loud. I think I'll just play along with this one. Seems easy enough, what's next? Next, let's have you move around. Click on the spot on the ground to automatically run to that spot. So it's a point and click game. Pretty simple stuff. Now let's put that sword to work. I have a training dummy over here, go ahead and select it. While an enemy is targeted, you'll automatically move to attack it while you're in range. Move next to it to do it now. So you have to move around, click a target, and then just move to it. Pretty easy stuff. Simple point and click stuff. Nice work, but there's still more combat than just auto attacks. Next we shall cover some skills. Try using a power attack skill on the next target, select the dummy, move into range, and tap the power attack icon. So you'll get into range, click, and then you'll have an ability that will do a lot of damage. Whoa, that dummy blew up. Looks like you took some damage. Try drinking from your potion. Beware, you can only drink a few times before you must refill it. So you can just do this. Easy stuff. Easy stuff. Your potion will automatically refill when you leave a zone, so always be ready when you embark on an adventure. Well, that's all I can teach you. Ready to serve the Dunshire Militia? I can either do, thanks, how can I help the town? Wait, I'm supposed to serve you? Not really my style. Thanks for the free sword, though. Or, so I get a sword and 2 abilities. That's it? I think I'll just choose, thanks. I'll try to help the town. You seem like a promising recruit, so I think you should head to the nearby city of Edston. There's an academy in Edston where you can learn all kinds of skills. An educated militia is what we need. So let's first go into here, because there is something in here. 20 gold. So now we'll just go ahead and head out, and head down the road to the town. And it really pays to explore, because you can find chests like this that will give you gold items sometimes. Depending. Everybody here can be chatted with, but they don't really say anything if I recall, so I'm not going to really talk to everybody. I don't think we need to talk to everybody. But here is the world map where you can change settings, your difficulty, all that kind of stuff. You can also change mode. Crazy mode allows you to attack any NPC, including friendly NPCs, quest givers, and trainers. I wouldn't do that. Auto movement. Your character will automatically move in the melee range of your target. if you don't already have a ranged weapon equipped. So, yes, there is a lot this game can provide, and I'm going to keep things at a pretty normal pace. Let's go into Eston. So while we're in Eston, this building here is the trainer's building. And so you can basically talk to this guy. This is the academy where naive, helpless adventurers are sculpted into total badasses. So true. So how does this work? Or I don't see any classes here that interest me. Are there any folks who might be able to train me? Maybe check around town. Maybe there's some leads. I recommend learning something here before you go, though. Yeah, so at the very beginning, these are not all the set archetypes you can choose from. These are just only a few. There are plenty more around to help you. So the first one here is a ranger. You have a paladin. You have a warrior. You have a wizard. And you have a rogue. And they all dictate from this here tree. So I'm not going to spend any points yet, because it's easy just to start spending points, but not really know what you're doing. So depending on which type of class you want to do, it's best to ask and see, because you can see here it requires 6 in the skill. But if you had spent your points already and you didn't put that in there and you really want to do archery, well, you can't get archery until you level up again. Plus, it takes money to cost. It takes money to train this. So see here, 6 charisma. So it's pretty easy peasy, pretty much good explanations. Now, what I am going for really isn't in here. However, I will choose Chain Lightning. So we just put 2 points in here. And then I'll talk to him. I'll take Chain Lightning. So what this does now is that it puts on your bar when you're in combat. So next to my power attack that I have, there'll be Chain Lightning. And that will pretty much set the stage for what abilities that you can do, basically. Now, we will pretty much go around and collect everything, obviously, from the town. We'll plunder it, as they would say. Now, this hammer here means this is a blacksmith shop. Here you can buy and sell things. So you can say, for example, I want to buy... Now, this is also important too. You'll have 3 different variants of clothes. So, and they will, of course, cost a pretty penny for it, for the stuff. So you can see here, the blue means what's being updated, like raised. So if you want to choose the Royal Militia Armor, the Light Chainmail, this is for your warrior archetypes. They will give you more protection, but don't really offer anything else. The Rugged Clothes, this is for lightweight. So it says here it only raises up by like 5 defense. However, it does say here that it's lightweight and makes it easy to move. So, what is not really described or discussed yet in this game so far is that the heavier your armor, the slower you attack. So that is very, very much the differences. So, sure, the armor is great, but you're trading speed for it. And if we go to the apprentice robes here, you can see here, dusty clothes for a traveling mage. This here is your energy bar, it's your mana. This is defense, and this is offense. So I'm going to buy the wizard robes because I have Chain Lightning. And your weapon, again, it kind of works the same way. A hatchet is kind of a medium speed. Sword is a faster speed. Iron dagger is an extremely big, like, you can strike really fast. Pugilist tape, obviously, is also the same way. If you're not wearing a weapon or whatnot, you know, that's how it's going to work. Now, this game does not have a set path for you. So you can customize and change things around as you desire. It doesn't really matter. But I will come back to this guy because he has a quest, and I do want to take his quest. But first, I'm going to take this guy's quest. maybe what's up. It's pretty simple. There's some creatures out making a home a little too close to the city, goblins and whatnot. They're mostly harmless, but we try to discourage them settling right on our doorstep. There's a small cave north of the town that's full of them. Sounds easy enough. What's the pay? The City Watch is offering 100 gold to anyone who's willing to take this task. Sounds good. I'm on it. Excellent. Just report back to me when the job is done. Alright. So first things first, I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to go to the wizard guy again, because he has staff training that I want. So let's see, what's the requirements? We need 8 and 6. So, unfortunately, we do not have enough points to get the staff mastery, which kind of blows, but I will put one more into intellect, and I will head on out again. And of course, once we defeat these goblins, we should have enough money, so it should be easy. Your first quests are usually easy anyway. So first things, so we're going to talk to him. Looking to do some shopping? I have everything you need. Anything I should know about the weapons armor before I should buy? Got anything exotic? Let's go with this one. So he's going to explain this. Most of the stuff I have for sale is pretty simple. Anyone should be able to use it without much training. That said, there are some types of equipment that you'll need for special training for. For example, you cannot equip a shield if you haven't learned the equip shield training. On top of that, more powerful equipment that requires certain stats, heavy armor, may require extreme endurance, or a powerful staff might demand sufficient intelligence to be able to use. I hope I didn't confuse you. I know it's a lot to take in, but you'll get the hang of it. So I'm going to ask him if he's got anything exotic. I know what you're thinking. My stock is pretty pedestrian these days. I used to craft some of the finest equipment you see anywhere. But half the battle is finding the right materials. This whole region is starving for quality ore. All the local mines are crawling with monsters or controlled by the cartel. No sane person wants to deal with either of them. What if I found you some? Think you can make something cool? Oh, definitely. If you don't mind getting your hands dirty, by all means. There's a mine to the northwest here if you're feeling fearless. Sounds good, I'll look into it. So I'm gonna save up to buy that, but for now, I do want to get a better weapon. Something that's pretty fast. That's gonna do pretty much the job. So we got 7 damage right now. And if we get to the dagger, it's +1, +1, +2, +3. So I think what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to be building something pretty unique, I guess, I'm going to go with the pugilists, and then I will sell the bronze sword, and then I will sell the villager clothes. So there is a method to my madness, my friends. There is a method to my madness. The tavern here, you can go in here and sometimes you'll find some unique people. So, within this tavern in particular, we have 2 quests here. This quest is for a bard, so you can unlock the bard class abilities and stuff. So, relatively simple stuff, easy stuff. And down here is a quest for the witch. So you can unlock the witch powers. So it's a lot of shadow magic powers. So there is quite a unique, diverse of everything. So let's talk to him. Hail, friend. You have the look of someone with an artistic taste. Shall I sing a stirring tale for you? Sure, let's hear it. Ahem. In the darkest night did haggardom lie. The valiant fell and the innocent cried. Creatures fed on the flesh of man, it truly was a forsaken land. Then a glimmer of hope did stir in the shade, good shepherd arose, and he rallied for aid. Mages and knights took to the field, the Lady Lucille was their faith in their shield. A clarion sounded, they unfurled their sails as the heroes descended upon the doomed vale. With sword and flame did they carve through the horde of creatures so vast, till they found their dark lord, and severed his head with a mighty slash. The vile one shuddered and collapsed into ash. The fallen avenged, their homeland set free. The vile one's ashes cast into the sea. A splendid tale, don't you agree? Very inspiring, thank you. Are you taking students by chance? I'd love to learn some bardic skills. That song was lame, I could do better than that. Not too shabby, catch you later. Very inspiring. Perhaps if you're able to answer a little question to my satisfaction. Sure, try me. Excellent, so the question, if I teach you my skills, what will you do with them? So I can become a hero like the ones from your song? Become a better bard than you and steal your job. Go on a crazy rampage and kill a whole lot of people. I think I'll do this one to become a hero. Ha! How noble. Well, it seems like a good enough reason for me. So tell me a little bit more what it takes to be a bard. In combat, a bard commands both song and sword. We are master duelists, able to disarm our foes or woo them to our side with a whisper. Being a bard requires charisma and dexterity and a bit of intelligence. Got it. So, bard is very underwhelming, I guess you can say, in this game. Now, if you play the Battleheart games, which is on the phone, unfortunately, they do not have them for the PC yet. I kind of hope that the company decides to port the rest of their games, because I would totally love to play those games for you guys. But that's just my little thing, I guess. Bard is actually really overpowered in Battleheart 2, because there is a lot of inspiration and it does a lot of healing. So it is very, very, very good. Now, the next one we're going to do is we're going to unlock this. The Witch Path. There is, at the very, late game of this, you will have pretty much skills from every class and all that kind of stuff. So, you do have a lot of diversity when it comes down to trying to build a class. Why won't anyone believe me? What are you talking about? Because you're clearly drunk. Bye. No. What are you talking about? There's a witch living in the woods outside of the town. I was just minding my own business, walking through the forest, all sober and everything. Go on. Sober. Uh-huh. And then I saw a creepy old house, and a creepy old lady, and a creepy lady too. I did. She had a cauldron full of frog bits and broccoli, maybe? I didn't get too close for fear of me life. That's pretty interesting. So there's some kind of reward for disposing the witch. Witches do love broccoli. I wonder if she'd take an apprentice. I'd love to learn some witchcraft. Whoa, careful what you say out loud. Careful how loud you say that, friend. Some people aren't too fond of witches. But if you find her and bring her back and bring back some proof to show these jerks I ain't a drunken liar. Just a drunk then. Where is this for? Let's just go with this one. Yeah. Wait, what? Nothing. Is there a fort? Where's this forest you were talking about? It's west, a little south of here. If you prove I ain't crazy, let me know, and I can clear my good name. Yeah, okay. No problem, big guy. Witchcraft is actually really, really good. If you ask me. It is. Sorry about that. I keep doing that. My bad. So, doing some witchcraft. Witchcraft is actually good. Bard is kind of good here. I think by the, pretty much peak of this, playthrough and stuff like that, I can kind of definitely show you exactly what kind of class you will have by the end of this. Now, there is a lot to do. This game can be easily kind of broken, busted a little bit, because there is one place on this map that you have to find, and it can give you endgame stuff, and you can just run through everybody and not worry about any of it. So I'm going to go around and I'm going to discover these three places, because these are the three questing hubs. I'm going to go down here to the Gloomy Path first. This will unlock the Witch. So like I said, combat is pretty easy. You kind of just have to kite around sometimes, because fighting 2-on-1 can get a little overwhelming. But it takes a bit of practice, but you can definitely, you know, get around pretty easy. Now, the potions are not, they are unlimited, but they're not finite. As said in the tutorial, once I leave the forest and reset this area, it will reset my potions. So, it's something to definitely keep in mind. So, just beware that even in places like this where it doesn't seem like there's anything, there's always going to be something. So obviously I'm kiting them around a little bit, just so that I can take the least amount of damage. And they can dodge, you can dodge these attacks by just shifting around. Like I said, this is made for fun. So, point and click is definitely something that you can definitely do to kind of get around. I took Chain Lightning because it does a lot of damage and I can keep some range. It is definitely something to consider. I am definitely going to save up for a staff. Now, I am going to take some early abilities like this, especially the Witch at the very beginning. And it's largely because she, I think it's her first ability, has Lifesteal, has a Lifesteal spell. And having Lifesteal is, well, obviously really, really good. And I mean, any game would definitely, you know, and any real RPG game will tell you that Lifesteal is obviously really good to have. So, always good. Now, there is two endings to this forest. There is a regular ending and an ending, or the witch's house. And once you discover the witch's house, you can auto, like, go to her house, I guess. And when you level up, obviously you're gonna get all your health back. This white bar here is your experience bar, the red bar, which you can barely see because I gotta reorient my screen, which I will definitely do for the next video. Do not worry, guys. I will fix this. I'm so used to playing games in windowed mode and full screen mode that, yeah, I did not realize until after I started this video. So that's on me, guys. I apologize. Now, with these three guys, since there's three of them, I'm just gonna kite them around. I have no mana or anything like that. It's just spell power. So you can see that the damage is somewhat diverse. Like, these two are lower than the third one in the back, so the damage does decrease depending on who gets hit first, second, and last. And I believe this can shoot up to 4 enemies at the same time. So, definitely something to consider. And I believe I've reached the end of the forest, because the chest, I cannot remember. But we did get a silver armlet. Yes, we've reached the end, which is why this pops up. So when you complete an area, it will pop the building up. Now we're going to go into the inventory, we're going to see this. So, we have a simple bracer designed to protect your forearm, 2 armor. So we're definitely going to use it because armor is always good, especially for a mage build. Now, this is going to be a mage build, but there's going to be some caveat to it. And you'll see what I mean, probably not in this video, but probably in other videos of this. Where I am definitely going to perfect the build in a way that is definitely going to be like, oh yeah, guys, it's gamer time, you know? Now, I believe the witch's house is down this way, and I believe we're going to be in an ambush spot. Yes. I knew it. Ambush spot. No, it only goes up to 3 enemies. Okay, let's start weeding these guys out. I'm gonna kite around. I do have to watch the goblin because this goblin does have ranged abilities. Have to watch my health at the same time. And we leveled up. Alright, so with the leveling up, I am going to hold off until I get to the witch before I decide anything. As I said, you always want to just think about the allocation of your points, because if you don't, then you might screw something up, you know? You might want to go for one thing and then you realize, oh fuck, I fucked this up, so now I gotta wait till the next level. But we've finally made it to the witch. Hello there, you look a little lost. I'm just exploring. A crazy drunk guy told me that there might be a witch in this forest, or yep, lost, that's it, bye, back away slowly. I'm just exploring, some crazy drunk. A witch, you say? In these woods? Oh dear me, please warn me if you find her, how terrifying. Cut the crap, you're obviously the witch you saw, I'm here to slay you, or come on, you're obviously the witch, it's okay. I was hoping you were seeking an apprentice. As a matter of fact, I would love a guinea pig, but, and you look like you have a particular look and a talented one. Wait, guinea pig? I was more thinking of like a paid intern. I'll worry about the details, dear. So here's the step 1. Why don't you fetch me a book, a textbook actually, Winter's Almanac of Hexes, Plagues, and Barbecue. So there will be a lot of names and references to the other Battleheart games, which the bard described the pretty much ending of the second game. And Winter was the witch of the party. I can describe all of this stuff. I really love this game. I'm very enthusiastic. It has been, although, a long time since I've played the game, and I need to get back into playing it. I just wish I could play it for you guys, but it's not on PC, because it's on phone. And unfortunately, I do not know how to record things off my phone. That would, yeah. And before people say, just get a phone emulator, I would love to, but I don't know any good phone emulators that I can trust, especially since I use iPhone and not Android. So unless it was some sort of iPhone emulator or a way to play those kinds of games on here, I would appreciate it. But you know, asking the internet for anything is always a gamble. The trouble is, I don't know exactly where it is, but I bet they have a copy in Eston Academy. Somebody there should be able to track it down. Get a copy of that book, and I can show you a thing or two. Now off with ya! Okie dokie. Now we're gonna go back to Etten. So as you can see here in the forest, we have the witch's hut now unlocked, which means we can just immediately go to her instead of having to fight my way to her. So we'll go to the academy here. We will talk to this guy here at the door, where he says things. And can you help me? I'm looking for a textbook. Maybe. We have a lot of books here. What's the title? Yeah, it's the Winter's Almanac of Hexes, Plagues, and Barbecue. I see. Why in the world would you need this book? Do you realize it's a tome of witchcraft? Yeah, I know. There's a witch in the forest who asked me to find it so she can teach me magic. I just like to learn everything I can. Knowledge is power, or none of your damn business do you have it or not. I'm just gonna be honest. I like being blunt in this game. Wow, I should call the guards on you for the talk like that. Well, in any case, I don't have the copy anymore. The only one we have was confiscated by the Royal Guard in recent months. It's probably stored in the city, across the town, in these dungeons. If I asked the Royal Guard, you think they let me borrow it? Not likely, but you could try, yes. Just don't tell them I sent you. I don't want nothing to do with this. It's so funny. So I'm going to go back here to the wizard. I'm going to ask him what I need for the staff training again. And I need 1 point in the skill. So we will go ahead and do that. We will ask him for the staff master. And I do not have enough points for the meteor ability, unfortunately. But I will put my rest of my points into charisma, because witchcraft for some reason requires charisma. So we will definitely have that in mind. Now, my friends, it has approached the 30-minute mark, And with it approaching the 30-minute mark, I am going to have to end the video. But I will be making more videos again. So my friends, until next time, peace out.